Alright, so we're back in the shop working on the 69 Roadrunner, the B7 blue car. A lot's changed, as you can see just by looking at the car. One thing we've been doing a little bit of is this whole fender, and a lot of that quarter and a bunch of other stuff was covered in this crappy red paint, and it was mostly Dad's idea to get all that off of there. I mean, it looks a lot better now, but definitely shows that it's actually a blue car. Some people actually probably thought that it was a red car that had blue at some point. But we stripped the interior pretty well. I mean, there's some stuff left, like door panels and things, but you can see in there the floor is nicely painted and looks basically brand new. I'm surprised at how much paint there actually was on the floor, and I'm surprised at just how amazingly rust-free it is. I've not ever seen a floor like this before, and I've actually sent a picture to a couple friends of mine, and they said they've never seen a floor this clean either. It even goes to show that's where the gas pedal was that I took out, and that doesn't even have surface rust on it. A little bit of surface rust in the rear seat pan, but it's just barely surface rust. It's nothing to be worried about. If you look closely, you can see there's a basketball in the rear quarter panel, so it tells you a little bit of what we've been doing. But just trying to get some of this red off, make it look a little nicer. The trunk is off the car. That is actually the original trunk to that yellow car, that trunk lid. As you can see, it matches the car perfectly. And the other one, way over there, is actually the original from this car, so that'll go back on, and it'll be all original panels except for the door and the hood, so it's kind of a nice little bonus. The trunk pan is super nice. Wheelhouse has one little hole right underneath the porta power there. You can't really see. There's got a bunch of junk in here, but that's because we've been trying to get this quarter popped out, and we got a lot of it out, but we've pretty much come to the decision that the only way of getting it fixed is to just cut it off and replace it with a new one. We don't want to get up into all this stuff in here and the door jamb and the end and everything like that, so we're just probably going to make about an inch tape line around all those edges, basically from the body line down all the way around there, and then from the top body line probably about an inch or so, and then an inch or so from the door jamb. So anyways, and this car's been kind of, to let you guys know what it's been through a silver paint and blue paint, but the red was on top of the silver yet, and it kind of mismatches the layers. It's kind of hard to really see. Another thing we did is we put the 15 by 8 Chrome Magnum 500 style wheel on the car, and it's got 275 60/15 drag radials just as a roller, so I'll kind of tell you the tire fitment with how high those extra support leaf springs bring it, and the what seems like a foot long shackle. So that gives you an idea of how high this thing's actually sitting in the back. And we actually had to knock the brake drums off because the adjusters were way too far out and they were seized a little bit, but we did manage to knock those off and got the wheels turning, so got it to actually roll. So back on this side, we got a bunch more red paint to get rid of. Got to clean up the interior. Another interesting thing, we took the back seat out. I thought that this was a blue interior car and somebody just transferred the panels to white. We actually found the build sheet underneath that white back seat, and it's for this car. And I was reviewing the codes and stuff, and it's actually white interior. I wasn't used to the code on this because it's white interior with blue accents, blue carpet, blue dash, blue upper door pieces. Usually you see black and white, so kind of cool. We're going to be going through and just working on the body of this thing and just piece by piece trying to get it back to kind of being as much of a car as possible again, we did pull a bunch of junk out of the interior. So some miscellaneous parts like the hood hinges, there's an extra wiper motor for some reason, and a small block manifold of all things. So don't really know why that is, but transmission cross member, a bunch of other stuff. Radiator, there's the seats and stuff, so everything turned out pretty good, but just want to give an update as far as what's going on with this, and gonna pretty much just leave it at that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.